At the end of this video, I know your understanding of attacking in this game will be improved. Yes, we have a question. What is attacking? Many of you think that learning the broken mechanics is enough to attack, but that's not true, especially against elite or good opponents. Let's break down the attacking pillars, how to attack with purpose. Those who watched the last video, we looked at the defense pillars, the pure defending knowledge. In this video, it's all about the attacking knowledge. If you want cheap and safe and quick FC25 coins, visit u7buy.com and use the discount code DRFC for 6% off. Check link in the description. We have three main attacking pillars in this game, and not only applied in a virtual game, but also real-life football experience, and that's creativity, aka unpredictability, directness, and lastly speed. And I'm going to break down each pillar and explain the way to use it, and why combining these pillars takes your attacking game to elite level. So beginning with creativity, this means to be creative. How? In this game we have the basics, pass and space, and according to situations, we take that option depending on the type of the opponent we are facing. For example, you can pass freely or dribble without much resistance if you face a weak opponent. But against good opponents, this will not work because they tend to read these basics and give you a hard time you play your game. So under creativity, we have a hidden mind game. It's called the game of width. This means a lot, but in brief, it means unpredictable. So how can we be unpredictable while attacking? Beginning with expecting, having that obvious pass against that skilled opponent, he will try to deal with that option. So you have to develop a feeling of expecting and take different options instead. Expecting, we have two levels, which I will try covering up on the second channel. This game of width, meaning playing a guessing game, it can be applied to both when building up and also creating chances. You have to play, but expecting the opponent to keep on watching your options. So here, if you see that obvious pass and the opponent is reacting quick enough, try to dodge it and look for other options. So when the opponent expects you to pass, you instead dribble, and when the opponent expects you to dribble, you pass. This really confuses the opponent, and he always anticipates wrongly, which can lead to him either dragging players out of positions or panicking and rush, trying to fix his misanticipation. Another way to play unpredictable game is to fake dribbles. Faking directions really kills the opponent's anticipation and reaction time. Like faking that first touch, the opponent will read the first direction and try to defend options on that side. And you fake it. Here the opponent loses that reaction time for a moment. Then you go and take the advantage. Another way is to change the passing rhythm, like trying pass one-touch passes. Don't always pass and control. This is predictable, but when you add that one touch, sometimes you will catch the opponent off guard because he will be expecting a slow passing rhythm. So this quick example, I passed to my center back. The opponent was expecting me to pass to this fullback, but I know he will react and try to defend options on this side, because he knows he has closed up my way on this side. And I expect that. So here I use the fake first touch. He commits and I turn to the opposite direction and pass to my fullback. Here he approaches aggressively, and I know he will try to read this pass. That's why I just turn and ignored that pass. Then I call my winger short and pass to him. Still the opponent is approaching aggressively, but here I see he's not anticipating anymore. He's just being direct because he anticipated wrongly at first. So here I also just react to his aggressiveness and use the pass and move to my midfielder. I countered the aggressiveness and exploited the open space on the wing. Here I pass to my fullback, having the space, and the opponent has his defender around. I expect him to close up that space, so I ignore that and pass to my striker. So now see these two options, and the opponent has his defender around. What do you expect? Yes, reading these passing options. So I just turn and face forward, and I pass to my striker. Now I know the majority would try to deal with this pass. Again, I just turn and exploit the space in front. You need the next pillar, and that's directness. As the word stands for itself, you have to be direct. I find it easy using these patterns, like applying one after the other. After being unpredictable, try to also be direct. This pillar also applies when building up, for example, seeing that open safe pass. Remember, when building up, we have to take safe options. So when you see that open pass, take it and gain ground. And also that open space, dribble or sprint and exploit it. So being direct enables you to gain ground. You play unpredictable, just trying to beat the opponent's anticipation game. And after, you have to gain ground, and that's when you try to be direct. But when creating chances, it's not that different. Just here we have to take some risky options, but in a very smart way. Talking about risk, you don't just force that dribble and drive into the opponent's defender or forcing that pass. You have to use smart tricks and enhance that risky action, and that's using broken mechanics. For example, using overpowered skills. Just dribbling with left dribbling or sprinting might not be enough in some situations. But combination with that overpowered skill move, for example stepovers, it can increase the success rate of that potential action. Not only dribbling, but also those creative passes. For example, using that ball roll and pass. At first, the angle can't favor that pass, but using the ball roll first, it increases the chances and it succeed. There are many ways to increase the accuracy of that action, using the controlled sprint to dribble that defender, as we all agree the controlled sprint is good when dribbling past defenders, or positioning your player diagonal when taking that through pass. It also increases the chances, making that pass more likely to succeed because you positioned your player in an open angle. But remember, sometimes you can fail, like trying that skill move and it fails. Here the opponent could have defended well, and always learn to appreciate that. Or sometimes you can just get lucky, like that rebound or the opponent makes a mistake and get a free chance, but as a result of your decisive action. So don't fear to take that risk. Always go for it and keep on knocking on the door. Like in this quick example, when you look at it, you say that I gambled and be lucky to score this goal. Yes, in attacking, sometimes we have to gamble for the things to work out. But let me break it down and see how I gamble using directness and smart play. As I pass to my winger, Hazard, I see the opponent's defense not organized. So I want to use this space as soon as possible before the opponent defenders reposition back, which I have to be more direct, but not just passing the ball quickly. There's some chances that the opponent can intercept the ball using these defenders. So I first choose the right pass type, and that's the lob-through pass. Next is that this player is just standing and not moving, and the lob-through pass is directed towards the space in front. So I trigger him to run forward before even receiving the ball. And that's when I take my pass in a way favoring my player to receive the ball. I could control it because of the pressure. I head it to my second striker, take a direct first touch, and score. So this was possible because I enhance my decisive actions doing smart tricks. So when you see that pass, don't hesitate. Just take it immediately. That time you're waste thinking, the opponent can close it down, and that's why many players who plays very slow finds it hard to get forward and create chances. Which means directness also needs a pillar to rely on. That takes us to the last pillar. Speed. Have you ever heard about the quote saying, speed kills defense? Yes, they never lied. Speed moves with directness. So it's not like just be playing fast every moment and on. No, it's very difficult. Just learn the gradual increase of speed, like transitioning from pass and control to immediately using one-touch passes. Like sometimes you can be passing in control because you're trying to keep the ball, but the moment you get the opportunity to get forward, that's when you apply the tic-tac passing style. This catches the opponent off guard. Not only one-touch passes, but also using fast passes, for example, the driven pass. The pass the ball moves fast, and it's a good way of increasing the speed of play. And it also doesn't end here, but also that quick decision-making. When playing fast, you have 1 second to decide the next action. For example, controlling the ball. Here I like to control and immediately pass it away, which means I pass the ball when I know my next pass or move. It's an overpowered way of triggering your mind to think fast and also react fast. Those receive and pass away immediately are game changer. Not only passing, but also dribbling. For example, we have the controlled sprint, where your player controls the speed effect. He moves not too slow and not too fast, but still controlling the ball. And using boosty skill moves, good for exploiting spaces as quickly as possible, giving no time for opponent to react. Speed is also enhanced by creating movements, because you can't pass quicker when your players are just standing in one place or staying in offside positions. Here, calling them short for quick decision-making, you don't have to wait for that player to come back on his own, because they are too lazy and they will slow you down. Make sure you call them short, and also sending players forward. Here you move forward with your passing options, making it easier to make decisions, or increasing the momentum. What is it best, passing to a standstill player or that player running forward? Who has momentum and speed? Yes, you guessed right. So always send your players forward. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching.
He's active, always trying to find the arc.